After waiting 3 whole years, I have finally beaten Cyberpunk 2077. I had to put the game on hold because there was a lot of things that I wanted them to fix before I gave it my full honest effort in beating it. And as I was going through the multiple endings of the game, I stumbled on the first ending to a game that ever broke me. But before we move on to the scene itself, there is a general warning and a spoiler warning in effect. This video will be about an ending from the game Cyberpunk 2077. If you have not finished the game, please leave now and finish the game to avoid any spoilers. This video is also talking about the idea of self-termination. It does not show any of it in the scene I'm about to show you, but it does show the repercussions of the act. If this is a topic that you may be sensitive to, I highly suggest clicking off the video now. After our chat with Hanako at Embers, we find out Mikoshi is underneath Arasaka Tower. With the little time we have left on our clock, we have to decide on what we're going to do right now. Do we ask the Aldecaldos for help? Do we trust that Hanako will keep her word if we stop Yorinobu? Or do we just nuke Arasaka again with Johnny? To help with our difficult choice, Misty takes us to the roof where she once took Jackie. He was torn between joining the Valentinos with his friends, which is going against his mother's wishes, or not. Once Misty talks a little bit about Jackie's decision on the roof, she leaves us alone to decide what to do. Now here we have our 3 choices, and choosing any of those 3 choices actually opens up a 4th choice.
There is another option, you know.
What?
We put all this, the pills, everything, to bed.
If we don't try something, anything, we're both doomed.
I know. Exactly why we'll do one last thing.
Okay. Lost me. Realize the shit we've been through to get this far.
Sure do.
To let it all go now. Why?
Cleanest, least bloody option. We try anything else, people will die.
People die. It's the way of things.
Am I worth their sacrifice? Are you? Besides, it's the only way we'll both be aware.
Of what? Death?
Mm-hmm. The moment life escapes.
Never really gave it a thought. Funny how you still manage to surprise me sometimes.
Might be something I learned from you.
V, you sure about this?
Long as you got nothing against it.
Not how I'd have done it. But that's all right.
Just like that? No pushback?
Huh. Might have learned a little something from you, too. Is it time?
You know, it really is beautiful.
Been nice working with you, V.
Yeah. With you too, Johnny.
No, there's no fucking point. I mean, she...
Do it. You'll see. It'll help.
So V, how's the real afterlife looking? It as nice as they say? 'Cause down here, it's still shit. Hell, might even be worse than before. Just wish I had done more. So things might have come out different.
Positive energy, Victor.
Todopoderoso, escucha tu humilde servidora, que obra siempre en tu gracia. Lord Almighty, lend thy ear to your humble servant, who serves forever in thy grace. Recibe en la luz calidad de tu reino a ti, a quien llamaste a tu lado, y deja este mundo perverso. And bring unto your lamp of peaceful light, the one whom you bid to depart from this cruel world, thee. Y acéptala en compañía de tus santos. Amén. May you rest in peace, V. Hey, V. I was thinking about you the other day, and I thought I'd just give you a call. I know it's pointless, but once upon a time people were talking to graves and nobody batted an eyelid, right? When I said I was thinking about you, I meant a lot. About everything you did. And I guess I get it. Why you wanted to leave this place once and for all. But still, V. Did you even think about, what happens when... Shit, I can't do this. Hey, V. Just wanted to tell you, I really hope there is an afterlife. Want to know why? Because that means one day we'll see each other again. And I'm gonna make you wish you never met me. What were you thinking, huh? Or did you think about nothing at all? Is that it? And after everything I did for you, everything! And what's the first thing you go do, huh? Off yourself, that's what. If there is a hell, I hope you're in it. Rotting, burning, all of it. Bye.
Well, guess it wasn't that far-fetched. At least, that's how half the people in Night City end up anyway. Especially the good ones. Jamie Sheen, my first partner back on the force, blew his brains out. Didn't leave a note or anything. I knew it was because of how the top brass were handling things. Of course, not like it changed much. Except the fact we were down one more decent batch. Anyway, hope you're in a better place, V.
Hey, V. Don't think you'll ever listen to this message, but there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in my philosophy, right? I mean, in the end, it was your choice. Your choice to make. But, well, you should know it didn't just affect you. It hit your friends, too. I don't think you knew just how many friends you really had. Maybe we'll see each other again, V. You, me, Jackie. Until then, take care.
That scene never gets easier to watch at all. And so let's talk about it, right? Let's break this down. The scene starts off really strong with Victor. I feel like the man has become a father figure of sorts to V and Jackie. especially more so to V because he's been there since she was diagnosed with this problem. And he's one of the only people I've ever seen in Night City give V anything for free, quote unquote free, because you know he did want her to pay her back later, but I've never seen anyone else do that as far as merchants go, and you can really see how much Victor actually cares for V. Whether as a father or just a friend, you can really see that he does care. And now he's always hated the world, right? Especially Night City, but I think he hates it now even more so because he just lost someone near and dear to him. And if it wasn't for Misty trying to keep his mood light and positive, I honestly think he would have given in to anger and frustration and started throwing things. And then comes Mama Wells. I imagine that she's still grieving for Jackie since the entirety of the game takes place between a few weeks to a few months. It's not really precise as to how long, but it's a very short time frame still. Which means not only did she lose her son not too long ago, but she lost someone she thought of as a second child. And the third person, oh man, this is where I lost it. Judy. Her scene is the heaviest of them all. She's going through this a second time. There is no way she's gonna be okay anytime soon. She just lost Evelyn, someone she was really close to the same kind of deed not too long ago. And then the person she's dating goes through this exact same thing? No way is she gonna be okay anytime soon. And we can see it in her face as she's making the message. And you know, she's always wanted to leave Night City. Actually, during the Aldecaldo ending, she actually mentions that her and Evelyn were planning on leaving if the heist went off without a hitch. And then, while we were on one of our dates with Judy, she actually mentions that she wants to leave with us. She wants to leave the city with us. And now, the city has taken two people she loved. And the voice work was so well done here, and it really broke my heart to see how badly this hurt Judy, especially at the end. And it still does. I've had to watch this scene multiple times, and every time we get to Judy, I just lose it. It is such a good scene. Of course, Pan Am is pissed at us, and I understand why. I want to say that if V was going through something, that Pan Am would have wanted us to call her and the Aldecaldos for help. And I could see that she may be frustrated in the same way Vic is frustrated, right? Not being able to do more for V. And that pisses her off because she didn't even get the chance to try and do more. But on the other side of that coin, she actually did a lot for us. You know, getting Hellman was not easy, and we couldn't have done it without her. And now she may see that whole thing with Hellman as a waste of time, effort, and the fact that we lost Scorpion's life for nothing. River sounds like he has seen this way too many times. He is sad, but there is a jadedness to it. There's also that little message that he had there about being tired of losing good people to the city. He also talks about how he lost his partner, you know, someone he respected, and how he lost him the exact same way he lost V. And then we ended off with Misty's message, which for me was a little more hopeful than the rest. She is still grieving, I think now more so with the loss of Jackie and V, but I think it's her philosophy and beliefs that make her hopeful that, you know, maybe one day we'll all be together again, even in the afterlife. You know, her, Jackie, and V. And I think that's what's keeping her going and having that positive outlook on an overall negative and grim situation. In V's defense, she didn't want any lives to be lost to try and save her from dying. And we actually do see lives being lost no matter if we chose any of the other choices. And I get the feeling that she didn't feel worth it. And a lot of people who have done this kind of deed in the real world probably also felt the same in one way or another. But you know what? After seeing those other endings, we know what some of her friends think. Was she worth saving to Pan Am and the Aldecaldos, even though we lost like half the family in their ending? Yes! They saw her as part of the family, and they even make it official in that ending. Does she feel worth it to Judy? Yes! If we could have asked her for help, you know what would she say? Hell yeah, let's go. Was she worth saving to Johnny? Yes. They actually grew a lot closer while doing Johnny's storyline, and Johnny didn't really have a lot of close friends, except for Carrie. In terms of how things played out, I don't think this is the worst ending in the game, but this ending was both terrible and great. I say terrible because of what V puts her friends through after the deed. And, you know, seeing Judy like that breaks my heart every time and makes me want to, like, slap V or even thinking of that kind of thing. Which we know is not really, like, in her character, but, you know, it's whatever. But it's great, right? It's great because of the performance of the actors, everything being believable with the writing and V's reason for doing it. It makes sense in the whole scope of things, and all being well executed in the direction to give a scene that really hits the heart. And scenes like this, for me, are very rare. And to actually shed a tear or two from this means it gets my applause, for whatever that's worth. And so, I know we've been talking about a heavy subject for this entire video, but I know this relates to a lot of people out there who are going through some dark times. And if you are, I hope you get the help you need. You know, whether that be professional help, you know, talking to a friend, family members, maybe over ice cream or something. We've all been in those difficult times, and I just don't want anyone putting people through what the people in a video game were put through. If that breaks my heart in a video game, I can only imagine what's gonna happen in the real world if a good friend of mine ever did that, or even an acquaintance. Please, everyone, this game, this ending, has shown with just a few minutes what this type of deed can do to the people around you. After talking of such a heavy subject for the entirety of the video, I thank you all for making it through to the end. And I hope to see you all in the next video as I talk more about, you know, game stories, maybe video game lore, or anything just in video games in general that catches my interest. Because this is not the first time a video game has done this to me. Way back when Last of Us did that with just 5 minutes into the game. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope once again that you all are feeling great. At the very least, I hope you all have a good day, and see you in the next one.